Feeling a little better now. I'm feeling like maybe I'm in better hands now. Thank you, Natalie and Kim and Mark and the band. I love that song. I'd never heard it until Natalie said, let's do this song. I'm like, oh yeah, I love that song. The shifting sands, and yet I'm in better hands. The breath of Jesus. Can you feel that very breath of Jesus in my own very heart, in my own heart? Can you feel that possibility? You know, when we take some of this music that we listen to and we integrate the words, but more than the words, the vibration, the meaning, the essence of it, then our hearts can open wide. Our hearts can open wide because we discover that place of better hands now. We discover that presence and that power that we call God, that we call spirit, that we call source, that we call creation. We discover it anew, like at a whole new level. So what is this presence and power, the one presence and one power that we call God? It's got to be the force. May the fourth be with you. May the force be with you. May the fourth be with you. Come on, it's you know, we have a granddaughter. Last weekend I was with my 3 grandchildren by birth. We have a granddaughter due today, so we've been very conscious of May 4th for about 6 months. She will be, when she arrives, I don't think she's coming today, but that was what the doctor said, that she was going to arrive today. We've been talking about May the 4th be with you for 6 months, awaiting the arrival of this 12th grandchild of ours. So, of course, we knew what the talk title would be for today. For months, 6 months, and of course we knew that it would be Rob's time to talk, right? So here I am. I know nothing about Star Wars, except that line, may the force be with you, may the fourth be with you. It's the iconic line of Star Wars, right? It's the iconic line. It's the one thing, even us that aren't Star Wars fans, I mean, I watched it, I saw it when it came out, but I never really, so I had to do my research. I told Rob a few days ago when he was gone, I said, I'm going to have to watch that Star Wars thing, and I didn't get around to it. But I did my research. Maybe tonight. Then I'll have to do it again. So what is the force? What is the force? It's an energy field, according to Obi-Wan. It's the energy field created by all living things. It surrounds and permeates us. It binds the galaxy together. Sounds like spirit to me. Surrounds and permeates. Not out there somewhere, but surrounds and permeates. Makes me think of the very breath that we breathe. The air surrounds, but also permeates us. It's the force that binds the universe, that binds the galaxy together. It's got to be spirit. It's got to be spirit. So I looked up Charles Fillmore and the Revealing Word, our basic Unity textbook, and this is what Charles Fillmore says about the force or spirit. Listen with new ears. Listen, like, let this definition of spirit impact you. God is spirit. It appears wherever it is recognized. Whoever gives his attention to spirit and seals his identification with it by his word, starts a flow of spirit life and all the attributes of spirit in and through his consciousness. To the extent that one practices identifying oneself with the one and only source of existence, he, she, we, becomes spirit. Until finally the union attains a perfection in which we can truly say, as Jesus did, the Father and I are one. The Father and I are one. There is but one force active in the universe. One force, one presence, one power active in all of it. When we open ourselves and come to identify with that spirit. As we open and identify, we begin to integrate with, and then from that place, we become one with the Father, or one with the Mother, or one with the Goddess, or one with God, or one with Spirit. Use whatever word works, but use that at a whole new level today. As we talk about the force, may the force be with you, may Spirit be with you. So, I need a joke, right? You ready? Got to have a joke. So, how is duct tape like the force? It has a dark side. It has a light side, and it binds the galaxy together. Come on. Yeah, okay. So Luke Skywalker was a young man, like so many young men, and he wasn't really interested in much, and yet something happened, right, where he was called. He was called to overcome, to unite with the Force and overcome evil for all time, but not just overcome evil. He was called to overcome evil in a way that he understood it and even became it for a moment. And so loosely, Star Wars fans, please, loosely, broadly here, let's take Star Wars and overlay it on the story of our soul's evolution through the Holy Scriptures, that book that we call the Bible. In the beginning, when God created the heavens and the earth, where God created the light, and it was good, and all things were good, and then we have the Garden of Eden, and Adam and Eve get kicked out of the garden, they get expelled. They get kicked out. As they get expelled, then they are given clothing of flesh. It's the first time we were born in physical body, after we've been kicked out of the garden. And through the whole Bible, if we look at the Bible metaphysically, it's the soul's evolving journey all the way up to the book of Revelation, where we re-enter paradise. But paradise is not the same place as the Garden of Eden over here. The Garden of Eden is bliss. Why would we ever want to leave bliss? I don't know, but apparently we did, as a humankind. But we left bliss to come into the world of existence, to come onto this planet of experience. Because when you're in the garden, you don't know anything but unconditional love and bliss and oneness. But by entering into human form, entering onto this planet called Earth, then we have the opportunity to walk our humanity, to walk through life, all the way through to the book of Revelation, when we re-enter paradise, having overcome our challenges, having overcome the battles in our own consciousness, the battles, the awarenesses, the beliefs of unworthiness and separation, and all of the challenges that we face in human form. We've had a lot of challenges, personal challenges in this ministry in the last few months. We started, there's been a lot. I see Ann Brown's here. Her husband died a month or so ago, and Billy's here, and her husband died, and Ida's here, and her husband died just this week. There's been a lot that people have to walk through. One of our beloved YOUs, he's our youngest. He's our youngest YOU. He's 14 years old, but he's also the biggest. You know who I'm talking about, Michael. Beloved Michael. Michael and his dad, Carlos, were in a really very, very serious car accident a couple of nights ago. And they were both care flighted out to separate hospitals. And you stand in humanity and you go, wow, how do I stand in this, right? How do I even stand in this? And so we got the call and spent several hours with Michael's mom, Melissa, who flew in from Kansas City. She happens to work at the Silent Unity Prayer Ministry, so she's steeped in prayer consciousness. And when Michael got ready to move down here a year or so ago to come live with his dad, she said, I only have one requirement, and that's that he get to a Unity church. And so he's been a vital part of our youth. He's here almost every single week.